Hello there, iSurvivor people. It's Robyn. I'm here doing my confessional for episode 1. I sound tired. I look tired, but we're here to do this confessional. So, episode 1 is basically like the introductions and all that. And I'm seeing the cast release on Facebook and in the group. And, I see a lot of faces that I know. I see Emily, who I know. Julia, we just played the Julia G. We just played the imposters game together. So I was like, oh my God, there he is. Marcelo is one of my good friends. So, it was good to see a lot of familiar faces. Also new face because I love to play with new people. And I do get a face crack, mama. Let me tell you, when I saw Mona Lisa's face come up, honey, face was cracked. So a lot of people might not know our history or what we've been through, but um, we played the Penthouse live together, Penthouse season 5, the 5, 4, 4. Penthouse 4. The lot season, okay? And we worked together well, being two trans women of color, we worked together very, very well. Did I betray her? Yes, mostly because I was threatened by her, she was a good game player. And we maintained a friendship a few months after, and then we kind of fell off. I don't know if it was on good terms or bad terms. We just kind of, I guess, just stopped talking to each other. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for this game. We'll just have to see. Of course, I always want to work with women of color, especially, and especially if there's another trans person like myself in the game, I definitely want to work with them. And I definitely want to see them go far. Penthouse was a different kind of game, and this is a different kind of game, and I'm in a different kind of headspace. That was like literally 2 years ago, and I'm a different person now, than I was 2 years ago. But anyway, getting on to our tribe. So there's sorry. Ooh, rewind. First of all, they said they're gonna be 12 tribes of 2. I was already that got me excited because I ain't gonna lie, that's more places for me to hide myself. But a detriment is um I don't want to talk to fucking 12 people at the same time. Oh God, my head would have hurt, girl. But I did have some people on there that on the 12 person tribe. I would have had some people on there that I knew, like Juan and I think Marcelo was on that tribe. I don't remember. Because it really wasn't that important because it wasn't the truth. The truth was we had 4 tribes of 6 people, which okay, I played Survivor New York where there did 3 tribes of 6, so I'm okay. Um, in a tribe of 6. So I'm like, okay, that's a little better. It'll be better for me to get to know these people, and develop more of a bond instead of having 12 people and like trying to pinpoint who you could talk to and don't know who's lying to you and who's talking to who. At least 6 person it's easier to keep track of. So, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing my tribe, Zafiro, I think that's how you pronounce it. Um it wasn't my favorite, I was like, I need a little more color, a little more variety, you know what I mean? Um, but I will say, that of course that's my initial reactions. But Ray are why did I just spell their name? Ray. I know from Twitter. So I've just seen them in the Twitter streets or whatever. I've never played a game with them or anything, but I've seen them in the Twitter streets and we interacted on Twitter. So I know who they are, and I knew that they could be a really good ally. So it was really good to see at least that familiar face on the team. And also a person who I recognized, but I couldn't pinpoint where I knew them from was Tim. I was like, Tim, your face is recognizable, but I don't remember where. But it turns out I knew Tim from this other game called I Love Money. And yeah, but I blocked out that whole experience. I don't remember Tim, but apparently we were on the same season. But I was like, well, let's work together in this game because I guess we didn't in the other game because he was early boot or whatever. Um, so yeah, that's the thought on my tribe initially, but like getting to know them and like really talking to everyone. I've been vibing with pretty much everyone. Rachel, Ray, and myself right now are kind of a trio. We kind of recognize the injustices that happen on like the real Survivor with like women or femmes going out pretty early. So, we want to change that in a game like this and, be positive and wanting feminine people go far. Um, Not to say that we're just like, oh, we're gonna take out all the men or whatever, but like, we want to see ourselves go far. And definitely in this game, Ray is my number one because I think I could trust them the most. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. But yeah, we have that trio, and just everyone else I've just been talking to casually. I think Maddie I've talked to a lot more, and we have definitely bonded um more than like me and Ray at this point. But I think the only one I have not really have like much of a connection with is Owen. I think we've had conversations day one, and then it kind of fell off. And I know conversation is a two-way street. You have to give to receive or whatever, you know, and I get that. But I also don't want to be friends with everybody on my tribe because then I'm an emotional player. You know what I mean? If I get too attached to someone, then I'm not gonna want to vote you out. So somebody got to be voted out. And I'm like, if Owen's already putting this space between us, I'm not gonna close the gap. And if he doesn't want to close the gap, then and we're just gonna see what happens when we go to tribal. Um, so when we came into our tribes, something appeared at the shelter. Oh God, I gotta look it up because I don't remember what the things were. So the fallout shelter. We all go to the fallout shelter and we all get to select an item. So there's a bowl of spaghetti, there's an incense stick, there's a shopping bag, there's a crystal, cup of espresso, and fresh towels. And you just have to pick one of them. Of course, everybody has to agree on what they want to pick. Our tribe was pretty like sure what we wanted to pick, and everybody was okay with their items. So I picked the crystals, and the bot randomizes someone to go see the fortune teller. And luckily, the bot did randomize my name or crystals, the item I chose. And then I got to go to the fortune teller, and I go there with myself, John from Ametista. Oh, God. Emily from Perla, and Julia from Rubio. Julia G. I think I did that right. Probably not. Am I gonna go check? No. Um, yeah, we all go together, we're all fighting, we see all names of production, and we all have to pick a name. First of all, I was on the train, so the girlies, they were grabbing and gooping while I was on the train, and I couldn't get who I wanted. Of course, I wanted Rocky or I wanted Romeo because our names, my name is Robyn, I love ours. Um, so I went with third choice, Sandy. Sorry, Sandy. I love you and everything, but your name starts with an S. Okay, I'm sorry. At least, Show Prasad, my last name. Um, yeah, so I picked Sandy, and then you go back to your confessionals and hope to get a power, or it could be blank, or it could be a disadvantage. So I got something called the temperance power, which at first I was like, what is it? So basically, I have to give up my vote at one tribal council in order for this power to be activated. Once it's activated, it's an extra vote. The next round, I'm still in the game, it becomes a steal a vote. Then the next round, it just becomes safety, and I could just go back to camp without having to participate in tribal. And then the next round, it becomes a idol. Basically, of course, if I don't use it in the other iterations. But this is a good power. It's a growing power, and I hope I could keep for that long, that it could get to that point, and I hope I get to activate it soon. Yeah. So I'm jumping ahead because I'm doing this on day 2, so I'm trying not to fill everything with day 2 information, episode 2 information in here. This confessional is so long. I apologize. Yeah, I'm in that. Anyway, so I get back from my trip. I'm kind of nervous because I don't know what to do about the power, right? Because I do eventually need to not vote at some point if I want to activate my power. So, going to tribal is not a bad thing because then I could do it, but I also need people's votes, and I don't want to lie to people by telling them I will vote with them and then not vote. You know what I mean? So I came up with a fib to say that I definitely don't have a vote for the first round when I do, or can vote. It's an option. I could vote or not vote. But if I don't, I got my power. So I'm just telling people I don't have a vote at the first tribal, and it's just I'm gonna get an extra vote out of it, which could help us long term, which in fact my power could help us, and I would, theoretically use it for them if they needed it, like the extra vote or the steal a vote. I don't know. I don't think I could use the safety for them, but I could use the idol potentially as well. So this could help us in the long term, in case of a swap, in case of the merge, and we're not in the best of numbers. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there's 24 people, so there's gonna be swap. There's gonna be a big merge, so it's like having powers on our side will just benefit us. And I'm here to stay Zafiro strong until the end because I'm a loyal ass hooker horse. So I go ahead and told my trio that I was gonna do that plan. I don't know if Rachel seemed hesitant of me telling people, but I'm like, it'll benefit us and hopefully gain another person to be in our alliance, so that way we at least have 3 people majority to vote in case we do go to a tribal, that it's not me at least, and we have another person to help us vote out our target. Ray is the only one I told the truth about my power. I believe I told them the truth. You know, look back at our DMs. Prod. But yeah, I think Ray is the only person I told like how far this power goes and what it does. So because I trust them. So, hopefully it will mostly benefit us too, but of course benefit the tribe as well. So I did tell everyone. Everyone was so receptive and supportive of my story. They seem to don't mind that I don't have a vote, seem to don't mind that I have the extra vote as well. Seem like everybody is in agreement that this could help them. So I'm hoping that it does help us, Matt and stuff has messaged me and let me know, like, like thanked me for sharing with everyone because I really didn't have to. And also told me that how, that he has my back and he's on my side. So out of that trio that I have, Matt is definitely someone I'm looking at as a potential person to be a number one or number two. Ray is obviously my number one right now, but Matt is a close second right now. I thought it would be Rachel, but Matt is he's really good socially. I don't know if he's just doing this to me or anybody else, but definitely someone that's making me feel very comfortable. So um hopefully he's not sticking me. But anyway, we get into this first challenge. So we learned that it's a quiz. We learned that it's a quiz on like the intros. So I suck at memorizing things. I suck at it. I suck at it. So I did not think I was gonna do good in this competition. Luckily, I have amazing teammates, Matt especially. So we all get our own questions when we go meet the production members. So Matt's idea, of course, Owen as well has made notes, but Matt's notes were a lot better, very color coordinated of who's in what tribe and what they said, their name, occupation, like hobbies and things like that, which is very good information because that could be a potential on the quiz. My strategy was going in was use their notes as well as my own notes, and I took notes on what they didn't have so I could fill in the gaps with needed, where needed. So I went to the challenge. I got my 4 questions. I got them all right, and I feel good about this challenge. It was a very easier than I thought. The questions weren't too hard. Well, I wouldn't say they weren't too hard because one of them I was like scratching my head a few times, but definitely I'm glad that when I took notes by tribe. So when asked the question, they said this tribe, and then it easily narrowed the playing field of like, okay, these 6 people are what I need to focus on. These 6 people are the potential answers, which definitely helped, you know. So I did good on my tribe. I got all 4 questions right. Um, I think Rachel got all four. 4 and 4 is 8, and I'm 12. Right? That's 12. 14. Yes. Sorry, I had to do the math in my head. So yeah, I got my 4 right. Matt got their 4 right. Rachel got their 4 right. Tim got 2 right. Owen got 2 right, and Ray got 3 right. So immediately, Tim and Owen were kind of on the outs because like it wasn't that hard of a challenge. I'm gonna just say it. Like there was no need to get too. I'm sorry. I sound so nasally too. Oh geez. There was no need to get like just two correct. Oh my God. But damn, yeah. They're lucky because we were looking at them as the potentials for going this week because first of all, it's week 1 and we don't have any other like reasons to vote anyone out. And if we were gonna vote someone out, is was gonna kind of be based on like the challenge performance, because we all put in a great effort, I think, and we all pretty much did good except the 2 of them. So yeah, but we end up winning immunity anyway. We were tied for second. So first was Perla. They got 21 questions right. Us and Rubino, whatever the fuck. Um, we both got 19 correct, and then the losing team, Amatista, got I forgot how much they got right, 16 or whatever. Yeah, but it was lower than us. So that was great. I mean, I wanted to go to trial because I wanted to activate my power. I'm so eager to activate it, but also it gives me itchy fingers, you know what I mean? My power is gonna last till the final six. I expect myself to be here till then, so like I don't need to go as hard and be like throwing challenges so we could go, get so we could I could activate my power, So like we could go tribal and I activate it. No, I don't want to do that. Even if I have to go to a swap or a merge situation and then activate the power, I will still be in long enough to reap the rewards of this power becoming an idol, hopefully. Um, but that's pretty much round one. And yeah, we are buckled in, tied in for round two because it's only going to get harder and tougher as the weeks go on. Seeing who got eliminated from Batista, I think she was inactive. Gigi, I wanted to really work with Gigi. So it's so sad to see her go, but Gigi, I hope that we get to play another game together, and I hope to get to see you in the future because it was so sad, like your first booth, but like I get it. But this is episode one. Let me go to episode two.